What is up, guys? My name's Nico, and we are now back with the next trading recap for December the 2nd during our New York session. So let's break it down here. Seeing how we were yesterday, you can see how we actually were able to tap into this inefficiency on the daily time frame. Let me just stay on NQ. And we were able to close back within the Friday's daily candles range. So seeing this shows the first sign of a type of reversal, right? Because since we're able to close back within the range, now you expect from IRL back to ERL, right? So let me just actually do a replay so we can actually see the previous day's high from yesterday, well, earlier today's. Because the new daily candle is open. It's 8:12 right now. So let's do that. So let's look at, I think there was an SMT here with YM. Yes. So YM at the moment was the weakest because we had the retracement lower back to previous day's low, which was right here. So that was our first signature right here with YM. So closing back within the range and confirming a SMT is the signature for that I look for the reversal. Now the next thing is looking for a change in the state of delivery. We want to see how the daily profile formed during our during the Asia and London session. So let me just fix this up right here. So at the moment, the 2 a.m. 4-hour candle was actually was actually closing above this 10 p.m. down close candle, and our initial draw was oh, let me erase this. It's still showing the, let's see if it goes back. There we go. So this was the initial draw, previous day's high. You could see how we opened low, high, close type of day, and this is what I was looking for this type of session, because you could see how the previous day's candle was able to close back within the range. We formed an SMT, so these were the signatures that we were looking for the buy side, which was previous day's high. So we had the confirmation of a C2 on the 4-hour right here. You could see how this candle came down, tapped into the 10 p.m.'s candle, and 2 a.m. came going higher, which we were able to close back above. Now you see the 6 a.m. candle. We want to anticipate an open, low, high, close type of idea back to the draw. And after that, we would have to wait to see how we react off this previous day's high. Oh, it's doing it again. Why are you going back to the 6 p.m. open? We would want to see how we react off this previous day's high, which is right here. So with the 6 a.m. open, if we go back down to the 1 hour, just to get a better view, you can see how during Asia we consolidated, London manipulated, and then London expanded, right? So this type of daily profile to me is a classic protraction profile, something that I personally love to see on a bullish day. So you can see how we were able to close back above this, and then notice how just before New York we started to accumulate, right? Personally, there was an entry. Well, I want to say there was an entry, but something that I wouldn't have not taken, just because oh my god, it's doing it again. Sorry guys, I'm not sure why it keeps going forward. Let me just go back here. Just go back here. Yes, that'd be great. So you could see how we were able to expand at this 9 a.m. Notice how there was a C2 signature right here. 9 a.m. was able to sweep the 8 a.m. Candle, and we were able to reverse and continue going higher. Sorry, my voice cracked there. We also had an SMT within that, with YM specifically right here. So if you want me to break it down here, I can definitely show you on the 5-minute here. And we also had an order block here. Personally, I just wanted to see a deeper manipulation first. If not, I was going to wait for the continuation going higher, because seeing this 9 a.m. closure, it doesn't show like we are willing to like manipulate lower, right? Like a fake out. This is considered a continuation candle, and we're willing to go much higher. Back to the let's look at the daily time frame. This was actually my draw right here. Well, this was my overall draw here, but I did like this previous candle's high right here. It looked like a good objective to me personally. So it was at 25.712, 721, sorry. Now heading back to this, like I said, 9 a.m. The only time that I personally trade is at the 9 a.m. open and so forth. I don't trade before that, so I personally want to see a manipulation with the 9 a.m. candle, especially if we're going to continue going higher. Like I said before, we do have this down close candle on the hourly time frame, so there could have been an idea, I would say, for the buys. I just personally didn't like how we were in a premium, since you could see how from London's low back to 8 a.m. this is the 50% right here. So this would have been nice if we tapped into this down close candle here, nice retracement, and then go higher. But sometimes that doesn't usually work. And again, guys, it's the day before NFP. I'm gonna show you what my trade was today, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying that. Anyways, back to this 9 a.m. candle. Once we go into the 5-minute now, so we have the confirmation of the C2, 9 a.m. tapped, closed below. I'm not closed below. Sweeped the 8 a.m. low. We also formed an S&T with YM. And then we had the expansion. So expansion to expansion, that shows that we're willing to go higher. But you can see how our draw was very close. I personally don't like trading like that, especially because, as you can see, look, the RR is not even worth it. Again, you could have definitely held to anticipate that we were willing to go higher, but that's not really something that I do, just because if we go through to the other indices, we let's see where it is right here. Yeah, you could see how ES wasn't even near its previous day's high as we closed above it. So this is now considered forming an SMT, right? So this is something that you got to be precautious, because this candle here could easily fake out and close back within the range, and maybe do like a double purge, and then we could have seen our order block being attacked, which was in a discount, like I was saying earlier. So it could have been a trade, but personally I just stayed away. Even if you wanted to use the body closure, and then we go for a 2R, which is right here. So yeah, it would have been one candle, your 2R candle. It would have been nice. But again, I was very precautious because it is the day before NFP. So I was making sure that I wanted to get a good entry, especially with a smaller SL. Like I said before, if you wanted to keep it at the SMT, the protected swing low, it's a bit big, 55 points right here. So it's not really worth it, especially in these type of conditions. So what do we do next? We wait for the 10 a.m. candle, which is the 4-hour candle. So we can go back here. You could see how this 4-hour candle was able to close very bullish. Seemed healthy to me that we were willing. I'm just going to erase everything, guys. Seemed very healthy for me that we just wanted to see an open, low, high close, and we wanted to see a continuation back to at least this high right here. Now, if we go on to our 1 hour, let's just mark 10 a.m. open. Let's go on the 5-minute actually. We don't need to go on the higher time frame because we know already. So we have our 10 a.m. candle here. 10 a.m. open is right here. You can see how we were able to close back above. I actually entered this on the 3-minute. So my actually trade was this. I didn't take the entry here personally because I wanted to see 10 a.m. form a down close candle before continuing higher. I noticed how ES during this time here was expanding higher. So my next entry was actually the fair value gap that I wanted to enter, since we weren't able to since it was showing strength to go higher. This was my stop loss right here. So 1.7, if we wanted to stretch it out just a little, maybe it could just not too far from our draw. That would made sense to me, right? You could have even just actually, I minimized this risk, but we'll break it down. Other than that, you can see how we tapped in. We started consolidating a little. Once I saw this 5-minute swing point form, this change in the state of delivery just closed just right at the down close candle. So I actually moved my stop loss just below this wick right here, just to minimize risk, because we do have technically a new protected swing point on our 5-minute. Usually I only move my stop loss once we have a minimum of a 5-minute protected swing point. Nothing less than that. 3-minute usually tends, it's not very accurate. So I waited for this. And then you can clearly see how we just manipulated it even lower, retraced lower, which personally any other day, this would have gone higher. What is the reason of this retracement, right? That we didn't hit no draw, no type of higher time frame liquidity. So this personally didn't make sense. This is just the market just doing its thing during these NFP weeks. It's very manipulative. So it's just makes it extra harder for us traders to navigate price. So this was my initial loss. From $150 loss to a $50 loss, I can't be mad. All right, I took 3 trades this week, and I'm only down $100. So I'm very grateful that I'm able to manage my risk. I was able to manage my risk these past 2 days, and yeah, I couldn't be any happier. Personally to me, that's a win for me, right? So yeah, other than that, I just didn't really look for any other trades. Look at the way this inversion came back above. We did have an SMT here with YM, but you could see how this inversion failed again. I didn't actually enter this, and I was very tempted to. I was very tempted to, guys. Very tempted to. But it was closer to the close of the 10 a.m. candle, so I wanted to see the 11 a.m. candle do an open, low, high close. Well, you can see that didn't happen. We just went lower. So I was able to protect myself from another loss, which it could have been a bigger loss, definitely, because I would have risked the same amount that I risked here. Since I only took a $50 loss, I was able to trade the same amount because it was a minor loss. But you can clearly see how that did not work out, and I'm able to, and I was grateful to avoid that. But if we look at this, you could see how this wasn't really a type of retracement here. So you could see how we were still in a premium, and then as we got back to this, then we came back into a discount. Now let's go remove the replay and see where price is right now. Yeah, we're going higher now. Let's look at it on the hourly so it looks a little cleaner. So yeah, you guys can see how it faces a price, guys. Remember, faces a price. Personally, like I said, I did not want to trade this 9 a.m. candle because we were too close to the draw, and I needed more information once we attacked that draw, because I wasn't too sure if we were going to hold it or continue higher. And I'm not someone to assume things nor take the risk on that, especially on a day like this, well, a week like this, I would say. So yeah, like I said, was able to minimize my loss very good, and I'm happy for I'm just happy with the gameplay, you know. So going into tomorrow, again, we're still in a bullish state. This is the clearest draw for me right now at the moment. If I remove this, low resistance liquidity run right here, low resistance like liquidity right here. So, and we have this inefficiency right here as well, so which hasn't been tapped. So I feel like this is the eye-catching draw right now that everyone's looking at currently. So we'll see how NFP works, what NFP does. I'm most likely will be trading either the 10 a.m. candle for sure. I'm gonna give it wait a little and see what we do tomorrow, because I just don't want to get into this mess like I was just showing you right now, right? Just these deep type of manipulations where it made no sense to, because we never hit no type of draw yet. I would have been happy to see this if we were able to attack this first on NQ, since NQ was the strongest out of the three assets. So other than that, guys, that is it. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like. If you guys have any questions, by all means, I have the comment section open for you guys, so don't hesitate to ask away. But other than that, guys, sorry. Other than that, guys, have yourself a very good night. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.